So, sorry, I had something in my teeth.
Are we taking a video?
Yeah, I have been taking a video.
For the past,
There's gonna be footage.
Let's do it.
You don't know. You never know. What if I need this footage?
Here we go. First, ICCA rehearsal.
Hi.
Hi,
Introduce yourself, please.
my name is Leopoldo Galvan. I'm a freshman here at Carnegie Mellon. I am studying business at the Tepper School of Business.
You are choreography.
I did help with the choreography, and I am also president right now.
And what's your favorite part of the experience so far?
I actually really love seeing it all come together because we spent so much time with the music, and especially with choreography, we kind of it was just ideas, and then just seeing it finally come together with everyone singing it, and it sounds so amazing, and some of the choreo looks really cool. Hi, I'm Nitzan. I am the artistic director of the Originals. So this year we tried doing a different arranging process. So we started with collaborative sessions between me and Eric and any group member who wanted to contribute to the arranging process. So we set up these sort of office hour piano sessions, in which me and Eric sat at the piano and talked about the songs and the arrangement and our visions. And we also let group members contribute their visions and ideas for moments they had, or ideas for specific executions that they envisioned. And so this planning phase took about 3 weeks, and then after that Eric and I sat down and kind of rounded out the rest of the vision. And then during winter break we split up each arrangement into some components, and each wrote our own parts and then put them together, and I think they came out pretty good.
Nitzan and I have arranged the set together over the winter, and we've come back memorized, which has been very helpful to the process, so that we don't have to spend time just learning notes, which is really just not something we need to do in rehearsal. Tell us about yourself. Who are you?
I am Gene. Well, this year I think we're doing a lot more of variety of things. We picked songs that are very different, and picked ways that we would be able to show off ourselves in very, very different ways. And I think that's different from past years when we've sort of done one thing very well and sort of done 4 songs built around that. And now we have a diverse enough membership that we can have all these different talents being showed off. So I think that's super cool.
One really spread out line of 6, or 2 really spread out lines of 6. Okay? And give you and your partner some distance. So after you come
Diego really was the pioneer in seeing me as who I was, which was Charmander at the time. And as the year progressed, he really appreciated my growth and my development in the group, and he let me evolve into Charmeleon. And now, this year I've really felt that I've been growing a lot, but Diego kept hitting the B button on my evolution, and now in my new election as artistic director, I said, you know what, this is my time to shine, and he let me evolve into Charizard, and that's where we are today.
I'd say that the most challenging thing probably is just getting everything to be at a point where you're not thinking about everything you're seeing, but you're thinking ahead, and you're also not really even thinking about the music itself, but you're thinking beyond that. We have a really cool arrangements out, and they're very intricate, and they're really, they're not even as complex as we have had them in the past, but we're trying to get to that point where we can really perform, and it's taking a little longer because I think we need to really get it in our bodies first.
What's your favorite part of the set so far?
I think it might be that part in Levels where that really jazzy chord where Garrett's on top. And it like is just, I don't know, it's just so jazzy and Garrett's voice sounds so good on it. And it's just so nice.
I think that a lot of the jazzy stuff we wrote for levels, which looks kind of difficult on paper, was actually fairly idiomatic, easy to learn. It feels natural to sing, which is very challenging when you have like 7th chords, 9th chords, diminished chords, etc. Which I'm very happy with. I'm very proud of that.
The last chorus of levels is definitely my favorite part of the set. It has so much energy and so many moving voices, and it's really impactful. It has the moment in the beginning, and it has some other moments with the backup soloists, how they complement the Kyle.
Great, thank you.
I know. John Cena too.
It was on the cart before.
Hey, be careful with that. It's delicate.
You see it.
What did each babe texturizing sea salt spray?
Yeah, it's a lot of things that like remind me of you, Garrett. It's a lot of things
Yogi
that like
broke it. Oh, this is
for your
actually
throat,
good. I would
you
use this a
know.
lot. My throat hurts so much.
Yeah. You're pretty ratchet, so
Oh my god. What is that? Soy sauce?
Oh, I don't know.
Gene is amazing. He has like really cool ideas, and he definitely knows how to implement movement for a cappella, because before I came here I had only done like real dancing, and so he has definitely taught me how to kind of tone it down for a cappella, and especially with formations, not only to do a piece of cantaloupe or something like that. So it's definitely been an awesome experience to work with him.
So, again, this year you have choreographed the set alongside Leo this time.
Yeah.
How do you think
Yeah, I have.
his skills have supplemented your skills as a choreographer?
He's amazing. He's super like proactive, and he really gets out there and puts his ideas out there, and he has a lot more of like a dance background than I do, because I'm not a dancer, and I just like make shapes with people, and he like actually knows how to, you know, like move the body, and also just like things like leading dance warm-ups and teaching people individually how to like position themselves, and he's been super great in having like that kind of expertise being brought in, and he hasn't really choreographed for a cappella before, so he like it was like a little bit of a shock for him to like come into this environment where we have to like always be holding mics and always be like upright with our bodies, and it's like it limits a lot what he like can imagine for like a performance. But I guess that's where we work well together, so we can like find the right balance between the two and have like the best choreo. So yeah, he's great. I mean, for one thing, it's great that we've already done it for like Almost Midnight a cappella, because that really got us like in the mood for like teaching choreography and like not being super weird about it. But I still think it's that we like just don't really have the like a lot of our members don't have that like movement kind of sense, in the sense that they don't like, it doesn't like come naturally to them to be really want to be like big and loud and really expressive with their bodies on stage. And I think that's a big challenge that we're gonna have to get over through like, I don't know, workshops and just like getting people to stop being self-conscious about their body like movements. But I think once we get past that, I think that's the rest of it's gonna be really easy, because it's just there to complement the music, and if you can sing the music well, then you should be able to do the choreo well.
What has been the most challenging part of the rehearsal so far?
The most challenging part has definitely been the choreography. When I've only done like 2 hours of it. Like I have the body of like a 90-year-old man. So like doing like the moves, it's like to a normal person wouldn't be fine, but like for me it's like so terrible. But I think it'll get better is my hope.
Everybody wants to rule the world.
Everybody is very challenging, because it's this huge conceptual arc that you have to internalize before you can even begin to sing it well. like on paper, technically, it's not a very difficult song. There aren't a lot of lines, a lot of homophony, a lot of color in the background. On top of it is this big solo by G and a few people sort of echoing him or thickening his sound, and then some very sort of high-level choreography. But I think because of that, it's harder to understand. I think we have to get out all the choreography and music and vocal percussion together before it can even become good, before we can really start to understand it.
Can you talk about your journey to becoming a K-pop star? I mean,
How has been the process of you sort of creating the percussion that you'll be using for this set, working with Tim and the arrangers?
Yeah, it's been interesting. Tim and I have been kind of going on our own during rehearsals and figuring things out and talking with all the arrangers, Eric and Needson, to figure out, what specific things are good for like the song or what part of the song.
So in the beginning of the year, when we first got JP into our group, I noticed that it really filled out our sound. It gave it almost another dimension in terms of the sustains of crashes, or just the ability to make a lot of noise and activity in the percussion section. So with that in mind, we tried to incorporate ways for Tim and JP to complement each other and really add to each other's sound. So while one of them is doing low notes or low frequencies, the other one is going to do high frequencies and kind of complement each other.
God, you're going so good there. You use mom spaghetti over everything.
I was gonna teach you that. You can definitely do it. Whenever she goes travel somewhere,
I think the most challenging part of our set will be Everybody Wants to Rule the World. There's a lot of nuance in that song, and it's a very sustained song, so we're going to have to really save our energy, but also make it interesting and different from what we've done in the past.
How have you been preparing for your... How have you been... Oh my God. How have you been preparing for your solo on Everybody Wants to Rule the World?
It's tough. It's been a lot of like singing in a way that isn't quite like correct, like finding ways to make my voice like I guess sound good on the song, and it's such a like wide range and like such a like creepy feeling song that it goes against a lot of what I've I guess been like taught is singing well, whatever that means, but it's been a lot of like going through each like line and just figuring out how to make it my own and how to put my voice into the lyrics and to make it sound like our arrangement instead of like Lord's arrangement, So it's been tough, but it's getting there. Just a lot of singing to myself in the shower. So.
Stone Cold is the easiest to understand because it's really just Ramsey going nuts. And we feel that energy coming out of him, and it comes very naturally into our sound. So I think what we're just trying to do now is make that sound match him, but also match each other. So it's not just all these individuals being really soulful, it's a group being soulful together. So what's your personal favorite part of the set so far?
It has to be during Stone Cold. I have to say, it's, oh my God, Ramsey just slays that song. I think it's like just whenever he is the only one singing and we all cut out and we all just sort of like lose track of time for a second because he's like amazing, and we have to like come back in and like reorient ourselves really quickly, and that kind of like being lost in the moment for just a second is super cool to me, and I really hope we don't lose that as we go.
I was like, yeah!
And then Stone Cold is just really quite pared down and letting the music shine and really letting the emotions come through in our performance and not letting like a bunch of movements or extra arms or whatever getting in the way of that. So really just being heartfelt and delivering the song as it is meant to be sung. So
cool. Describe the first few rehearsals and how they went and how you prepared for them.
So the first few rehearsals as we got back from winter break were really fun. It was great to sing with everyone again. After hearing the arrangements from the single tracks and then compared to how we sang them when we were together, they really came to life. When we have every member singing in their voice, it just like blows up the sound of what we envisioned, and it made me really confident in our arranging and our ability to execute this set. I think they went very well. We came in to rehearsals pretty prepared for the rehearsals, and it was very obvious that people put a lot of work over break to learn the music better, and really it showed me that the group is dedicated to the mission of really doing well in ICCA this year.
I'd say that a lot of people this year in the group definitely are really in it and really want to be there for all the long rehearsals we have. Sometimes in the past it's been like a grueling rehearsal process where everyone towards the end of it really is just like wants to get out of there, and there's a lot of there can be some negative energy, and I haven't gotten any of that yet. Cross your fingers, hopefully we don't get to that point, but it's all been really positive and positive experiences rehearsing so far. Everyone's, we all have the same goal, I feel, in the end, which is to really do our best.
How has the Originals been a supplement to your education as a vocal performance major?
Oh, there's a lot of things I've learned as an original, singing in an ensemble. I think in general, singing in a choir or a choral group, or in an a cappella group, there's a lot of similarities in the way I use my voice. So I'm practicing all the time, in trying to sing any style of music, and I think that helps me as a vocalist in general.
How has the Originals been a supplement to your education as a music composition?
Oh my god, it has helped me so much musically, especially with things like sight reading and understanding the voice. Like I need to know that stuff to compose for vocal music, and it's so helpful. I remember last year the music director, Stephen Murphy, he told me that being in the Originals is going to help your music education more than any class that you're going to take here, and I could totally agree.
Cool. Can you tell us about your experience with buses?
My God, do I hate buses.
Can you talk about your transformation into Gary, when it happens and how it happens?
Into Gary?
Yes.
What?
Are you aware of this alter ego that you have, Gary?
No.
I'm gonna, we're recording,
What?
We're recording this, so what I'm gonna do is I have this hat, and I'm gonna put it on top.
Okay.
Of it. Is this okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take it off.
No, that's good.
Sorry.